Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. I'm a bit of a mess today, quite frankly. My hair and I aren't talking currently. Over there's my guitar. I just can't even put it away. But I am excited to do some headlines, so let's get into it. All right, here we go. These are headlines from all over the place, lots of different sources. And I'll just go through and let you know what my thoughts are because it's fun for me. So there we go. Here's the first one. Thousands of people across the country rally to protest Trump's science cuts. Well, yes, they do, and good job. You know, science is important, and we seem to be going back to that place where the earth was flat and the stars were like gods and goddesses, and if you angered somebody, you had to throw somebody into a volcano, or else your whole village would be snowed on. I mean, come on, people. I think you toss science aside when you are unwilling to acknowledge and accept facts and evidence because for some reason it makes your world more difficult. I get it, but you're making the world more difficult for all of the rest of us. So I'm going to need you to calm down with the science stuff. All right? Good job, protesters. Next, Musk clashed with top cabinet officials in front of Trump. Ooh, I heard a little bit about this. So the cabinet meeting, Mr. Musk was not received happily. I think the girls are fighting. Now, that's one of the things, I know, I don't mean to be so petty and catty, but alas, when you are worried about a dictatorship, one of the best things that you like to see with the fascism is when the overwhelming authoritarian party is fighting amongst themselves. That's really, really good sign. So we like that. We love that for them. Keep going. Nice work, little Marco. All right, next up, Trump official addresses questions around the U.S.'s new digital Fort Knox. I don't care. Anytime he's answering questions, I don't care. Let's see what else we have here. All right, next up, Australia's cyclone. Alfred raises flood risk as tropical storm whips Australian coast with wind and rain. We hate the cyclones that are coming through. We hate that. Stay safe, Australia. Russian-Ukraine war. Rubio says Ukraine conflict is part of U.S.-Russia proxy war. I don't know. Honestly, I never thought I would see the day when a sovereign nation is invaded by another nation and the U.S. would be like, whatever. I didn't think I'd ever see that day. But then I'm seeing a lot of new things that have been going on. Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit of those things that people usually kept to themselves or only talked about during Thanksgiving. That's all coming out now. So I guess I'm not surprised. And next up, Trump administration cancels $400 million in grants, contracts with Columbia University. All right, so I guess I know what lawsuit we'll be seeing up on the closet docket next. All right, so there's that. All right, Donald Trump. So Trump's week of whiplash rattles markets, allies, and his own administration. Right, so Mr. Trump, I mean, come on, right? Come on. He has been found liable for like $500 million because of business fraud in New York. Yay, New York. So, I mean, really, people thought he was going to be able to run the government. I mean, obviously he's not. So he's going to screw up and he's going to be kind of your classic slumlord employer where it's like, I'm going to fire whomever I want. I don't care if you have any families. I mean, like Ebenezer style, right? I'm going to withhold money that I'm supposed to be giving you. Just like, one of those people that you give money to put into stocks, but then they don't put it into stocks. They just like spend it themselves. Yeah, so he's like one of those. And, just a really crappy boss to work for. I have no doubt that the people actually working for him, unless, in their brains, they're like, yay, I've always wanted to be a minion for evil. Like, then maybe they're happy. But overall, Mr. Trump's just going to make a whole bunch of promises that he's going to have to walk back because he likes people, getting upset and dancing for him and sending out this idea that, oh, look at how much control I have. I can say this one thing and then everybody gets all crazy about it. Woohoo. So, yeah, I mean, hashtag narcissism, anyone? Those are right. I gotta calm it down. Another cup of coffee. Calm it down here. So when it comes to him changing his mind constantly, yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, which is why personally I'm actually waiting for executive orders or something actually written down in order to believe that it's actually occurring. Because if it's not written down and he's just talking about it, maybe even reading off a sheet of paper and then eating that paper, it may not happen. He may just walk it back, because that's who he is. And that's my thought about that. Yeah, right. Next up, Canada suspends imports from biggest U.S. pork processing plant. I'm not surprised. We're going to see some pretty large devastation coming because of this bologna sandwich that Mr. Trump is swinging around. I would have to say also there has been some reporting where they've said Trudeau got off of a phone call with Trump and his eyes were all watery and he was all like, yeah. But if you read further into those things, you'll see that, when he's tearing up, he's actually at one of the last press conferences that he's going to do in his position. So I think he's bummed out that he's going to be leaving. But, people have spoken. It's time for him to walk away. Good luck for you, sir. All right, next up. That's enough. Trump explodes at the reporter for asking about Rubio and Musk's fight. Right? Are we surprised? No. I mean, he's probably got ketchup packets in his pocket. I mean, that's what he is. He's like a 7-year-old in a 5-year-old's body, right? So yeah, he's going to be upset. Like, you ask the questions I want to answer, and you say the things I want you to say, or else I'm going to be mad. I mean, that's like his style. So, Rubio is an attorney, and honestly, I had a little bit of respect for that man a few years ago. That's gone now, but, it's hard to get pushed around by an unelected oligarch of Musk's caliber. So I don't know how they all fit in the room with his ego. Maybe it's because all of their egos have just been squished to a point of complete and total submission because they're like, oh, Mr. Trump's going to take us into the next monarchy. Yay. So that's how I feel about that. Spicy today, everybody. All right, let's try to get past the politics a little bit here. Okay, authorities rescue rare creatures from poachers. The ultimate end goal is to reintroduce these animals. Oh, hey, all right, let's just click through and see. Reintroduce these animals back into the wild. Oh, we love that for the animals. Let's just see who they were. So the 2 endangered sun bear cubs have been rescued from illegal wildlife traffickers. Oh, nice. Although I bet Don Jr.'s like, Dad, I'm in jail because I had 2 sun bear cubs. That's not substantiated, but I wouldn't be surprised. But yay, that sounds great. We gotta, help the animals out there who can't help themselves because humans are awful. All right, one more. My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell, he's still out there causing some trouble. Rages against contempt finding in Smartmatic case. This is all corruption. So for anyone who doesn't know, that defamation lawsuit is still ongoing with Mike Lindell. I mean, he's had several lawsuits that he has lost and several ongoing. And so for this one, it's like, if you don't do what the court tells you to do, you're going to be in contempt. And that's like how our system works. So somebody should have told him that, or else he knows and just didn't care. So good luck to you, I guess. Well, there you have it, everybody. Little extra spice this morning, this Saturday morning. When it comes to the headlines, things are crazy, everyone, but that's all right. We'll walk through it together.